So first up, I'm in Photoshop here creating a new document, and the default Instagram photo size is going to be 1080 by 1350. Now today we're going to be doing more than one photo, so we're going to go ahead and multiply this width number by however many photos we want on the carousel. So for me, I'm going to do 5400, and we're going to go ahead and hit create. You want to make sure your height is at 1350 right here, and resolution somewhere around 300. That's going to bring us into Photoshop here, and the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and hit view, go to guides and new guide layout. Now since we've got 5 photos, I'm going to go ahead and hit 5 columns on here, and you want to make sure everything else is blank. The only thing that you really want is these 5 columns right here, and you can make the color anything you want. So for today I'm going to go ahead and do light red. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw in my photos. So I'm going to be choosing some of these photos from a Lamborghini shoot that I did. So let's go ahead and pick our favorite photos. So now I've imported those photos. You want to make sure you get a good mix of vertical and horizontal photos for this to look the best. And so now I've got all these photos in here. I'm going to go ahead and find one vertical photo to make my cover slide. And I think that photo is going to be this one of the headlight here. I really like this detail shot. So I'm going to go ahead and enlarge it just a little bit to fit there. And then I think for my second photo, I'm going to want to do a strong horizontal photo that takes up 2 slides. So let me look for one in here. Yeah, I like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it over to the second slide and then enlarge it to fit on the third slide. And now whenever the viewer is scrolling in between pages, it'll be split down the middle and it'll create like a cool effect. Now over here for this 4th slide, I think I'm going to do 3 horizontal photos stacked on top of each other. So what you're going to want to do for that is find your 3 horizontal photos. For me, I'm going to use this interior shot here, this shot here, so I'm going to bring it up to the top, as well as the interior shot, and then this photo of the rear of the car right here. So these are going to be my 3 photos for the stack, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in a group here, and then I'm going to grab all 3 and shrink them down until I think they'll be able to fit on all 3. Sometimes what you can do here is you can go over to new guide layout and you can create some row lines, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the gutter here and say I want 3 rows going, and that's going to make it so that I'm able to fit these photos equally on each slide. Alright, so I've got my 3 photos here lined up perfectly, except for they're kind of overlapping on each other. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to find the top photo, which is this top one here, and I'm going to go ahead and create a mask on it, and I'm going to just grab a box and put it right here, and then fill that box with black. Now that's going to hide that on that layer, and then I'm going to go ahead and select the bottom one as well, create a mask. Make sure that you're not selecting anything when you create the mask or it will delete some of your photo. And then go ahead, make that box again, drag it down here, and then do the same thing. Fill it in with black. Now, as you can see, that middle one is kind of spilling over into this bottom photo here. So we're going to do the same thing one more time. We're going to create a box right here. Oh, that isn't big enough. I'm going to hold shift to make it a little wider. And then do the same thing. Fill it with black there. And now you've got a slide with 3 photos stacked on top of each other. Now for this last one, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those horizontal guides. So I'm going to hit clear guides. And we've kind of already got a feel for how this slideshow is going to go, but we do need those guides for the final step. So make sure that you just disable those rows. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick a photo that I want to do on the final slide, and I think I'm going to go with this wheel shot right here. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom this in, and there you go. Now you have a unique slideshow of photos, and I'm going to show you how to export it now. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the crop tool, and you're going to want to hold on it and go over to the slice tool. Now you're going to hit slices from guides, and that should add these numbers to each slide. Now to export, you're going to go over to File, Export, and then Save for Web Legacy. Now in this menu, what you're going to do is you're going to want to zoom out a little bit and make sure that you select all of these photos. And you're going to go over to Quality and hit Maximum. Make sure that the file format is JPEG, not GIF. And then once you've got this, you can also go over and hit Original so it doesn't change the photos at all and it preserves their original metadata. Now you're going to hit Save, and it's going to open up where you want to save it. So I'm just going to make a new folder here and call it Lamborghini Post. And then it's going to save the photos as untitled.jpg. I'm just going to call it Lambo. Now if I go pull up my downloads and I go to Lamborghini post, I'm going to see a folder with images, and now you can see I've got each slide individually in here.